Let me show you something that's completely counterintuitive. You see, in our old system, we used to have a calendar view, and we would put all the orders into the calendar. And these were even color-coded for different products, and we stopped maintaining it because it was so confusing, we never used it. It was just too difficult. We would just use the schedule with the in-out dates, and then just manually build the picture in our head. So while it seems like a great idea to have your orders all laid out in the calendar, it just doesn't work. You know, it's counterintuitive that it doesn't, but it just doesn't work. So what we've done is we've come up with a different way, and now we put our orders into our equipment. Again, counterintuitive. You wouldn't think of doing it this way, but we keep our equipment here on the left side, and then we have the dates across the top. But what we're really doing is we're assigning this order into this piece of equipment. And by doing this, now we have a full view of what's available. So when a customer calls up and asks for a 14-inch chipper, I can just look and see that, yes, we have one available here. If they want the 18-inch, well, it's booked up. We have this one available, or we have a 18-inch chipper with a winch. Now this one should be available, but the customer has extended their rental, or they're overdue on their rental, and we designate that. We're also showing the rentals that are paid. So this rental, because it's light blue, it's paid for. This one's paid. This one is out on rent. So anytime you see something that's dark blue, that means it's rented and paid. If it's red like this, it's damaged. And if it were yellow, that would be, the status would be maintenance hold. So now I get a full view of everything I want to do when someone calls up and needs to rent something. Now, I've selected wood chippers as the category, but I can do this for any category, skid steer, excavators, or look at all the equipment. But typically, you're going to look at this one category at a time, because if you want to look at every piece of equipment, it's just overwhelming. Now, if I want to see, for example, everything that's overdue, I can just do this. Okay, and now I can see these are the items that are overdue that the customer has rented but has not returned. And if I want to come back to, let's say, wood chippers, and I get an order, right now I have the unassigned hidden. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this order, and again I'm going to assign it into a piece of equipment. So counterintuitive, we're not putting it onto a date. The order's already created for a specific date. So we are assigning it into a piece of equipment. So in this case, it's a 18-inch wood chipper. I know I have this one available because I can see it here. And there we go. I'll assign it. All right, now it shows up here. But you'll notice that the text is yellow. That's because this is a COD order. So we're flagging the fact that this customer has ordered it, but has not yet paid for it. If I need to change this equipment assignment, I can easily do that just by clicking on it, and I can just come in and reassign it to any piece of equipment I want. So anytime you see a light blue, that means it's a soft assignment. Dark blue means it's a hard assignment because it's already been rented. The customer has the equipment, so of course it's a hard assignment. And I can change this at any point in time up till it's actually hard assigned and rented. This type of view has allowed us to rent out far more equipment when we have a lot of equipment coming and going, and especially when we get a situation like we just had with the wood chippers after a massive ice storm where we were 100% sold out of every single piece of equipment every single day. We were able to maximize our rentals because we had a clear view to what we had in stock and when it was going to become available without having to go look at dates, without having to do calculations, without having to try to go through this confusing type of calendar view. And it made a huge difference in our bottom line revenue.